So Joe, I found the file that we had from the last homework assignment where we did something similar to what we're trying to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And here you can just see this is the relevant lines of code here.
Okay. I think it's pretty much the same as what I had. I have it. I think. Yeah, it's the same in this. It's the same in this Cloud9 as well.
Okay.
But keep it up just in case we're like, why is this not working?
Right.
Anyways, so I'm gonna pull this down and let's share my screen again. Okay. So let's see here. Well, the cucumber test would be the first thing we need to do.
Sure.
And I think we can pull it from either this homework or the later homework. So I'm fairly sure I had already, well, actually, no, that was for the regular filter. I don't think I've ever ran a cucumber to do a sessions version of it. But it shouldn't be difficult to do, though. It's pretty much the same thing, but with an extra click, I'd imagine.
Right. Where was this under? What?
So the latest homeworks I've worked on is in the acceptance unit test 1 right underneath bums.
Oh.
And that one definitely has a cucumber for that, I think.
Right, but does the cucumber test even check that? Can it even check that?
Well,
oh yes, it can.
We definitely did filter checks.
I understand.
Yep.
Okay, so I think it's just added as another scenario to the sort event that feature here.
Sounds good to me.
So like here, if you're following.
Yep.
Sort by date and by feature.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our colleagues should have already done this cucumber for us. So we just need to, yeah.
When I press date and when I check date and that's when I press sort. This here then. Or no. And I press sort. Back.
Is it really necessary to do both of them? To do a back and forth like that?
Oh, you're right. Oh.
I mean, it's pretty much if we filter by anything, or let's say one of them, and then just do a sort, we should make sure the filter's still there.
And then I should see date checked, right?
Yeah. Well, that'll work too.
Point.
That.
I should see. Here we go. The blank checks box should be checked.
Oh, nice.
So this is optional, so. the, what is it called? View, events, index. It should be there we go. Then checkbox tag is option. Right? Do we have to give it an ID? Probably. Imagine that it has the same syntax.
Events underscore. You know, it might be the best way to figure out the ID. Although it may not be most restful, is if we go to like the Heroku or we start a Rails, we can do it in inspect.
Okay.
I can do that real quick if you like.
Yeah, just run Rails. Oh, probably CD. You have yet to run Rails on this. Okay.
I'm doing it via Heroku actually.
Oh, okay.
So checkbox.
Oh, it already does it. You're right. Looks like it does the ID equals name correctly.
Yeah, name and ID the same here.
Great.
The
So
date.
you can just say when then the name checkbox should be checked. Exactly. Then the name checkbox should be checked. There we go. In fact, we could probably no.
Well, right now, all we did really was just say sort by name. We need it. We need to. They already did that essentially, because they did it.
No, if you go to the page, go to the Heroku again.
Oh, I kind of see what you're saying.
If
I click name and sort, it doesn't keep that checked.
Mhm.
Yeah, good point.
What's the scenario called?
Save sort criteria.
Like it. We should also save the date criteria and save the dates. If you enter a filter date and press the filter button, it also gets eaten.
Gotcha.
I mean, that'll be the same exact logic. It's just something that you should.
Yep. We can write both tests first if you like. There's no reason we can't. And that way we can also maybe post it on to Pivotal Tracker and get the approval from the customer.
For what?
The scenarios themselves.
Oh, we have to do that?
Usually we get the approval of the scenarios before we start doing BDD.
Okay.
But she's been relaxed about it, so it's not a big deal. I just try to write them, post them, and while we're doing it, she usually gets back to us before we're done.
Okay. Okay. Well,
That doesn't look good.
all
Looks like
three of
the
them.
2 first ones failed.
I'm done. Oh, I might have messed it up a little bit when I edited it. There we go. Not just the one that we want is failing.
Cool. Okay. So let's just write the other one real quick. I can do that right now, basically based off of yours.
Mhm.
So save criteria. So when
It should be the field blank should contain blank.
I suppose it is actually in our different
Yeah, that should be under.
filter date.
Yep.
And let me remove that then. Okay. And I fill in this and press filter. Okay, I'll keep all that. Do you think that we can just do a string evaluation, or is this a certain type of? I'm not really sure what this comes up with.
Date string, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if this will come up in the string or not.
How
If
about
it's saved.
when I fill in start with, let's do the actual way that it's going to fill out here. So 09
Okay.
slash I don't know, 15 slash 2017. And then we'll do 12 10 2017.
Why do you think they didn't do it that way in the original test?
We didn't have to. I wrote that test actually. We didn't.
Oh, okay.
But basically, if I filled in the start with 15 sep 2017,
Uh-huh.
It might like change it automatically when it's processing it as a param
Okay.
from the date HTML element. Basically, if you check out index HTML handle,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that these are special inputs where their type is date. And
Okay.
that's only respected by HTML5, but
Yeah, I remember you saying it was broken in our Firefox at
it's
school.
not broken in Firefox. It's just it doesn't give you the fancy formatting.
Oh,
It
okay.
just inputs it as a straight string. But in HTML5, since it processes it as a date type, it might have done some extra processing. I don't know. I just wanted it to be very specifically what it is, you know?
Understandable. So then how will we be able to read it here? Will it come up, you think, as a
It should come out as
a
exactly
string?
the same, the 1217.
Okay.
If we do it in the same format that it expects it in, then it should be fine. And not like that. The blank field with the blank field should contain blank.
Oh, okay.
The start field should contain. Should also be close.
Oh, the whole thing.
No,
Okay.
just parts.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And the And field should contain. Copy and paste that guy over.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. That should be good.
This time it's by name. There's no. It seems not to be an ID in this on those two. When I look at the
field.tag name equals.
Perfect. That should work then, because that's what's here. Name. Good.
Yeah, it should be smart enough to figure it out. Just from looking at what this code is doing instead of the web step, I think it should be smart enough.
Cool. So saved, and I'll give that a cucumber run. You've already done other hard work for me. So we have 2 failures, 1 in each one, and they are the correct ones. Cool. So I'm just gonna post these onto the description here.
Sure.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Really, we're supposed to kind of make a new feature file, actually, because we're supposed to really have the feature be at the top. Yeah. So, it's funny that we don't need any background at all, other than maybe when we're on the index page, because all the stuff we're doing right now doesn't require data to be filled into the database.
Okay, then I guess we can add a new feature file. That's a good point.
Let's just.
Did you tell the professor to take a look first?
Okay.
While we're migrating.
Which one do you want to do? You want to do the? You want me to tell her, and then you'll do the migration over?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to copy over the filter one. Oh, sorry, the date one. Oh. Where's the one I just on?
I just put this in the wrong space.
Oh, okay. I'm like, huh? Remember params. Nice. Okay.
Okay, good. So now we can close the sort event feature as well as the filter date feature. The web step's open anymore. Okay.
Okay, I'm copying this over and putting this in the pivot tracker. You already did it, and I missed that. Done. Okay.
Okay, great. Did we not save this? Beautiful.
I realize the owner of these are not. Oh, that's good.
Unable to find start.
Huh.
Did I say given?
Yes, and really should be a new line as well.
Oh. There we go.
Cool.
Since he's almost definitely going to just approve these as is, do you want to start working?
I'm sorry, say again. Oh yeah, I agree. Sorry, took me a second to realize what you said.
Okay. So I think we
So-
can do some refactoring here for sure. Like here, and there's a lot of repetition.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. I haven't noticed that before.
Yeah. So we're gonna move this up top. And, okay, so now we can if params name equals nil. Why is this happening? Why is it not name equals params name? Oh, not that. Well, yeah, that'll work too. I don't know why they didn't do it that way.
I think it's just too many cooks, as as we almost made this name.
That's why I liked it, man.
It's kind of funny how it actually we can keep saying it as coders.
Alrighty, so now okay, I see what they did here. It's a very overly complicated case.
So, I mean, the way the refactor this normally, I think, is to pull it out as separate methods, right? I think that's the normal way to do this is if you have such a complicated method, you should pull it out and to make smaller methods. So,
this isn't a complicated. None of this is very complicated. I think it's just obfuscated. So, for example, every single case has this, if this or this.
so we can. So I'm saying that you can pull that out, and
Well,
I mean, you could refactor differently, but if you pull it out, it could be its own method to check to see if this or this.
well, what I wanted to say is, I think you can apply a where that you can apply the order on top of the where. Yeah, see they do that here. So basically, no matter what, you want to execute this chunk here, right? You're gonna have the at events be set to either all or the sorted portion of the date. And then if name equals 1, right? You're just going to say at events equals at events dot order. Like so.
So the add events was made into an array. Yeah, is that okay?
Then we'll just get rid of it to array.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. I would have missed that. So
Did you really just get rid of all of that?
I think so. I think that they just didn't realize that you could save this portion of add events, and then just apply the order to it later.
Yeah.
I don't think we need this anymore.
That was beautiful.
Oh. Thank you. So then, and since we want to actually support ordering by both event, name or date, like be both, just push this around here. Ooh.
Yeah, I was looking confused what you're doing right now.
I have a fun plan for this.
Just to make sure, I'm gonna do one quick thing Well, you're probably going to make it not worth it, but
I was actually getting to that.
I know.
So
Oh, I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
that's fine. So basically, we're going to do that guy.
Ah, yes. I know you love doing that.
I do. So
But
events
it does look so much
equals
beautiful.
Events.order by name with name equals 1. And then since we're actually doing this same thing again, date. Now I'm not positive if you can actually do it by both like this.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen actually right now if I did click both and hit sort.
Okay, is that what it's called? Or
I think that they have like a preference of one over the other right now. I mean, we got rid of their original code pretty much, but
why don't you try it on the Heroku since you have it deployed there right now? Oh wait, there's no events in there.
there's one, well, it's one. And it's got to go back to the original.
Event, yeah.
Get rid of all this. There we go. Doesn't crash. Oh, I can create new events, of course.
Yeah, vegans. That's fine.
Today's date, description.
Make sure. Okay, fine.
My coworkers love saying that for salads.
That's funny. Okay, so vegan comes before meat festival. If you're sorting by name, that should not be true.
So this actually doesn't help because sort by date will be the same order, won't it?
Sort by date's in a different order.
They're not both ascending?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, I didn't realize that meat festival had that date on it.
I can easily edit the date.
Oh, yeah. Wow, look at us. Okay.
Well, it seems to preference date that way.
I think this. Oh, wait. You know what? The point of doing two is that you can sort. If you have two events with the same name, you can sort by date.
Oh. Definitely seems to pick name over date.
It picks name over date?
Yep.
Oh, which that makes sense because there was that big else if tree. Why don't we just run Rails and see what happens with this?
Okay.
All right, how do we do that again?
I got a quick copy paste.
Yeah, copy pasta.
If you go to the highest level, I have a README that has a whole bunch of quick things to put into the console.
The highest level of what?
The folders. It's
Got
in.
it. Yep.
I'll send this to you on.
I just saw it.
Oh, cool.
But you cut it.
I cut it? I cut it. Wow. I can't undo. Really? It's ridiculous.
Oh, hey, what IDE are you using?
Cloud9?
Okay, I don't know. So maybe this doesn't help and maybe you already knew this, but there's a weird specimen of IDEs that instead of Command Y being undo, it's Command Shift Z.
Oh, yeah.
Although, are y'all running on Macs or Windows?
Well, Cloud9 is a cloud IDE.
Yes, yes, 100% Jordan. Just more for the distinction of should I be saying Command Shift Z or Control Shift Z?
Oh, for our computers. Oh,
yeah.
I'm on Windows.
Cool.
Same here. I just sent you the link, so you can just click on that whenever we have it running. I'll let you know when it's running. But also, the professor sent us a message back. She brought up a decent point that value should still be there if we go to another page and back.
Like backspace?
No, like
Or back to flip.
we go into an event and we come out of it. So we have to add another one to say, or one way we could do the same one. I mean,
So now we have to have an event in our background.
I'm sorry, say again?
Now we have to have at least one event in our background. That's,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
fine. I'll just put it right here. Now there's one.
Next one to fix that.
Or what?
There we go. We're back.
What happened?
The README file, I fixed it.
Thank you. Kind of so disconcerting that I can just do Control V. Is this already running? Are you running it on yours?
Yes, I can stop it if you want.
No, it's fine. I just need to load it up. Oh, you know what it is? Oh. That's what it's missing.
I'll respond to her and say, good point. We're fixing it as we speak.
There we go. Do you mind quitting the server?
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you mind quitting the server?
No problem.
Hang on. Huh. Okay. Thought I seeded the database. Let's just create my thing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you know what? Maybe I broke something with this. Like maybe that's correct. My code actually broke something.
You mean that something? Well, let's run the cucumber test. That should take care of our question about that.
Good point. That's
Man, mine's a lot slower than yours.
a bunch.
Yeah, not happy. How did edit event features get screwed up too?
My guess is that it went from the home page to an event, which is not correct, but whatever. My guess is that they said, given that I'm on the home page, I click on one of the events and then I edit the event.
Oh, but how do you break that though in your index page? I didn't think that the link to the show depended on the def index.
The link to the show depends on the depth. I'm sorry, you are confusing me with that a little bit.
Oh, no problem. All we've changed is the index method, right? I didn't think that the index method had anything to do with
It doesn't. It shouldn't. It's just that the way that they wrote their test is bad.
oh, okay. As you're saying now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would appear that I somehow, in my refactoring frenzy, messed up a little bit.
Well, you can do a diff if you'd like to see the differences.
I don't know if
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Not that I'm doing anything more than sitting on the bench. Also, you know, I'm listening and I'm super interested, but I'm sort of working on something on the side. And I'm not going to follow up this question with anything else. But when you did the refactoring, did you run your tests right after?
I'm doing that right now with the RSpec, yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing some errors. Thanks for that.
Sure.
So yeah, Joe. Joseph?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah?
Yeah. I just reran the RSpec test, and it looks like index finds all events on homepage, sends all events to view is not working anymore, which means that the problem is in fact in here. So I'm going to open up, like you suggested, the diff. Git diff.
Well, if you just type in the file name, it should do it on the file after the diff.
Okay, so it's going to be
Although you might have to commit it first, but we'll find out.
okay.
You know what else is realized? We didn't branch.
I know. Oh, it seems to be working.
Okay, good.
Hmm. So are you looking along with me right now?
Yeah, because I can't. I'm not really doing it myself, but thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start at the top here. First change is that I moved all options. You know, should be fine.
Yep.
Then I took at name equals params, name at date equals params date, fine. Then I deleted their large if else if block. Let's look at the first part of this tree and see if we can find what the difference or problem was.
Well, you're not doing the if params equals nil or not anymore. I don't know if that.
Well, the problem that we're seeing in the RSpec test that's failing is finds all events on homepage, sends all events to view, right? And I wrote that test, so I remember, but if you want to pull it up here.
Oh, yeah, good point. I didn't know that.
But yeah, if you want to pull it up here, you can see finds all events, sends to view. Sends all events to view, yeah.
So it does find it, you're saying, though, but it does not send it.
Well, I'm not even sure if it's, yeah, I guess since the finds all events isn't failing, yes, it's calling the correct, it's calling finds all events here, which means that it's saying event is receiving all. But you know what? Geez, I don't like this, but can do what the professor did last time that we ran into a similar issue, which was this. If you're following what I just did there.
Yep, you copied over that.
Yeah, basically, it's going to stub out the actual call to .all in our RSpec test. So we should see if the problem is a little deeper than that. And it is. So, yeah.
So yeah, this is on my mind. And you know, if it's not helpful, just let it go. But I was thinking, Jordan, you should let Joe explain what he understood from what you did. Unless you guys are just so on the same wavelength that you understood from what he was saying, what he was going to say already, and you were like, yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
Actually, I see something.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I forget, your last line before the end, you have events, not events. On the 2A, yeah, I can show you too. This guy.
No way.
You had event.
No way.
But to your writer's point, though, as far as I could tell, it was he was stubbing early on because before the index is ever called, something else is done. So he needed to be able to stub that out to properly continue on through his RSpec.
Totally. And Jordan, you know that's what you were doing, and you were explaining that. There was just a moment where you were explaining it, and Joseph started to explain what he saw, and then you sort of cut in again, and that's all I was seeing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Okay. So according to this, the RSpec test that's now failing is sorting by name.
You need to remove those.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to remove, and I did not misspell events this time, so
yeah,
that seems to be an improvement. Beautiful. The RSpec is all good.
Let's check that cucumber. Well, I'll do the whole thing.
That was the wrong one. You're right. Okay, and we're golden again.
Nice.
Good catch. Good catch.
They say very often. Sometimes it's just another pair of eyes.
Yeah. I guess it's the point of pair programming. All right. So now we have correctly refactored the code. And we can get on.
What were we looking at again? I feel like we weren't just doing it for cucumber. We were trying to do something, and the seed wasn't working for you. I think. Remember?
Oh,
you wanted to look at it through the seed.
No, that was a problem because we misspelled events, so the actual events weren't getting sent to the page.
Oh no, I understand. I just meant we don't. I didn't want us to forget what we were trying to do with the Rails page.
Oh, sort by name and date?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, none of these have the same name, but we can make one with the same name and a different date and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make two events.
Meet.
When was the first one?
So what was the first one? It was just meet.
March 31st. Okay, so we'll make another one on October 31st.
Oh, I see.
And
nice.
The normal display without any sorting puts the March one before the October one, which is not very helpful. So we'll make another one. That's going to happen in July. So now we have March, October, July, and they're out of order. When we sort by name, they appear still out of
Still
order.
same order.
which
So
is
the picks
good.
ID, I guess.
We now need to sort by name and date, and they're in the correct order.
Nice.
Okay. So now we're getting the results that we wanted.
Cool.
And I think that's good results for sorting by name and date.
Agreed. Still need to fix our cucumber tests and put them back to sorry, and add in the clicking part of it.
Yes, that's the next one.
So we can still do it in these scenarios, because if the point is to show that they're already clicked, we can, after pressing filter, then enter and exit one, or we can make it be a different scenario.
You're right. We just add it to one of the scenarios.
Okay.
How about this one?
Yeah, it's a shorter one.
Exactly. Okay, so and I press short, and I follow.
Follow, I think. Yeah.
Who wants some grub? Are the link is?
If I go into the show page, show one, I can take a look at this. We call it C event.
Yeah.
Then I follow. Yeah, you got it.
Then I follow.
That's right.
And then I should probably say, and I follow back to home.
Yeah. Yes.
Is it called back to home?
It is called back to home. Yeah, I'm just looking at the C event feature.
Okay, excellent. When I follow back to home, should the home page still have the filtering? If so, we're going to just save that stuff in the session.
Sorry, say it again?
I'm just thinking for a second here. If we leave the home page, right? So if you're following him on the screen, and press back to home,
Yep.
Is this page going to remain sorted when we the same way we left it?
It should be. That's the exact point.
Okay. In that case, we're going to start. Okay, good, fine.
I'm just gonna add the scenario name and through page changes. I'm gonna copy this over into the here. Okay, and I'm going to give her a heads up. I didn't see before why you did that until now.
Yep.
Now, shouldn't we write some cucumber tests? Sorry, no, cucumber, wrong one. R specs for this. I'm not really sure.
I don't think
like do it
for this just because it's session and params. Maybe you can.
No, I mean, a little research if you like while you're doing that.
Okay. I think I'm done with that though.
So is the question, can you do RSpec session-y stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd like to know too.
I found Stack Overflow for it. It looks like. Here we go.
Hmm. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. It would seem if we use the spec test helper.
I've also noticed helpers available as action dispatch integration, and you can do sessions as a version. So you're using Factory Girl or no specs test helper? Let's see. Action dispatch. This is not what I expected.
It seems like if we're using, since this, never mind. Controller spec is what we're writing, can directly modify the session variable. But it requires including spec test helper. Gets a little deep. Then yeah, here you go. Oi. So Joe.
I'm looking at your screen right now.
Okay, great. So it would appear that we can, in our spec, include spec test helper.
Mm-hmm.
And then in another file, under the folder support and spec test helper.rb, we can define a method within the module that sets the session value for us.
Now, let's say it has to be each in a specific key, but sounds like a plan to me, I think.
But I don't know if this lets us check the session value, which is what we wanted to do.
It's also a module. I'm kind of curious why it's a module. Spec configure 2.
Well, I just want to reflect back something I saw maybe a second ago. Are we looking at Jordan's screen right now?
Yeah, right now we are. Yep.
Super, super. Yeah, so the sense that you have your params hash, and then was it saying you had a params hash and a session hash that was getting passed around to every... is this ringing a bell, or am I making it up?
It sounds right. Yeah, we're using the params hash. And we want to just check that its values are matching what we should be.
Okay. Well, oh, okay. So my logical continuation of that was like, well, shouldn't we just have access to it because it's getting passed everywhere? But yeah, in our spec, we're in this little microcosm And
Yeah.
so the question, Joe, your question is whether we can actually, I mean, the question both of you guys have is whether we can actually look at that in this little RSpec world.
Yep. I don't even know if that makes sense to do. Like if that's like.
Yeah, because it's
blocked
totally
on
removed
purpose.
from.
And then our other spec file, we have to like use the call when we do get. That's when we pass it any arguments that a params has to have. So that leads me to believe that maybe this is something that is sort of like a higher level thing to test than our spec would do as a unit test.
Yeah, I mean, I found someone who said it's possible, like a guide to testing Rails application. They say functional test for your controller, but I'm having a hard time deciphering it. If you look at my screen now, you'll see what the response was for the same kind of question. They were trying to do the questions up above, which says, they were trying to do a RSpec on the session.
Yeah.
And they kept getting a fail, even though they didn't think they would, I guess. And the below part's kind of more abstract than I thought it would be.
I see.
You can always write the higher level test. Jordan is talking about it, and then come back to it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming the test suite doesn't take like more than probably 20 or 30 seconds to run at this point. Maybe not the UI test. I don't know. How long do the UI tests take to run?
UI tests?
User interface. It shouldn't. I mean, pretty much takes longer for it to load up than anything else.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to get at that. The unit test, yeah, that's the ideal kind of like little piece, right? It's more performant. It tests things more directly, but we don't know how to do that right now. I'm not sure the time cost is worth doing it. And it sounds, Jordan, like you have an idea for a path forward on writing the high level test. I know it's not a super satisfying resolution, Joe, but it is something.
Yep. I'm good with it.
Okay. So, Joe, if you take a look here at the failing scenario that I'm looking at right now on my screen, you'll see that the name checkbox should be checked is turning up wrong or red, which is exactly what we're testing for.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Ryder was saying, this might just be the kind of thing that for now we'll just use a actual integration level test or whatever this is to sort of get a feel for whether or not it's working.
Okay, sounds good for me.
All right, cool.
So what else do we need to put in this guy? There we go. There's the two of them.
So my, gut instinct here is to say that we can just save these back out at the end.
There's, looking at our old code, I did notice that before we got to that point, which you have right there, we had first, if the session is empty, placed in a default session.
The session is empty, place in the default session. I see. Let's see. I see. Yeah. I don't think that would be a problem, since this is like structured differently, I think.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so it should be fine without a default value.
Okay.
We can always see the behavior and write, tests to make sure that that's not actually a problem.
Hmm.
But yeah, you see. Yes, I think what we need to do is this. Maybe something like this. This feels wrong. Joe, have any opinion on that? How we should do that more correctly?
That's after the fact. Sorry. So
Down one. I think that feels quite right.
hmm.
I feel like I'm missing some way of doing it more correctly.
I'm not really sure. In all honesty,
What?
I think you're. I don't think you're wrong, but I don't know if you're right.
Would pretty much get us the behavior that we want, more or less. And we need to edit some other things as well, but yeah, I don't think this is correct.
Right. We also used to have a redirect before. I was trying to figure out what the reason for that was. So unless params that has key, sort, and ratings, redirected using the sessions, sort, and ratings. Okay. So yeah, we I think the saving of the session stuff needs to be at the end. That's what we did before. We did all the saving of the session stuff at the end.
I still don't think that should be there at all. It's not in that way.
Oh no, that's actually exactly how we did it before. I just see it right now.
Oh,
It was literally that way,
oh,
but at the very end.
I misspoke.
Yeah, exactly.
And this will, if this is null, it'll ask what this one is.
Yeah, that will work that way. That's correct. But of course, I'm wondering what happens if that's nil, or that doesn't really matter because it's actually already covered down below, I think. Because it looks to see if it's nil, right?
Yeah, but I think that the nil isn't the best default value for all of them. But if these two is correct.
Okay. I'll go with that.
It's 0, I believe.
The only thing I'm trying to remember, 0 is here. That might actually make it be a date of like the beginning of.
Beginning of time.
Yeah, well, not.
Well, it
The
should
computer time.
Just check. If start or end is nil, and it's just going to do events.all.
Oh, that was name and date. Oh, no, I see what you're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wrong one. Sorry. But what was it? Last time we also see we're doing things differently in this bums than we did in the homework, where date and name are filters, as are keys like the ratings, individual ratings. So it doesn't matter.
I'm confused.
I understand. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of myself. So, because I didn't make the sort by name and date for our bums. I actually was always confused why we didn't just do what we did for the rotten potatoes with the links, but instead we ended up using the check boxes. And I see how now. Okay, so we just, if they're equal to that. Yeah, so I should I catch up to that again? Because last time,
I think you might have lost Jordan for a second. You say if they're equal to that.
well, yeah, equal to 1. I was looking down here. So that's how we did it instead, is that if each box is individually an individual part instead of like we did in our homework, which was a rating, an array essentially. We just deal with it as each individual component here instead of it being an array, which really, I don't think it really matters too much. The one thing that this gives an advantage of, which Jordan had tested earlier, was that if you click both, you can sort by both, and it has a preference of order. But so that gives an advantage of that. Okay. Well, anyways,
Okay, I think I understand.
so you have the save. It's more or less just like a thought on it. It's not saying anything's changed. It's more or less just. I was a little taken back that we didn't do it the same way.
Gotcha.
And trying to figure out the mechanics behind it now. So we're saving session. We're setting it up if it needs to be, if it isn't in the params. And the next thing is redirecting. If it isn't in the params, we need to actually, as far as I understand, we need to redirect again. So that's what we did before, was that if it wasn't in the params, we had to redirect it.
I see. Okay.
Movies will sort.
You're going to ask params if it has any of the, if it has each of the keys, and then redirect otherwise. So right here, we ask if params has the start. Oh, sorry, so unless params has the, so yeah, unless params has the start and params has the end, and params
I just want to say I am fine with this. Joe, you saw how well Jordan cleaned up that thing earlier. You guys can fix it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now we can do that ugly thing for now, and then do the rest. Events time. Okay.
We need to put in those params into it. Oh, yeah, movies path, yeah.
Events, yeah. that for now?
Yes, I think that's how I used to have it. I'm gonna research on that param stuff.
Mhm. There's an infinite redirect there. Hey, Joe?
Yes.
Never mind.
Ah.
I think there's another issue in here.
I'm trying to think, is there any good way to really I feel like I feel like we're breaking a rule though. I'm trying to think about how we could refactor this. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself though. First, we probably should be green, but yeah, I'll wait till we're green because that's when you do refactoring.
Well, if it's something that might fix it, then go for it.
Well,
Yeah, this is a very ugly piece here that might have not been correct for that reason. An infinite redirect error right now.
oh, okay.
So, Joe, what were you going to recommend?
Well, it was just to create another method that actually goes through all the keys that we have. Because it's the only way I can think of to do it to bring back a true. Is to say, does param have all keys as another method to search through all of them essentially. But because I couldn't find like a way to, you have to have an array to compare to. So something has to keep being added to at all times to be able to compare it to it, as far as I can tell. We didn't have to do that. So we didn't have to do that last time. Um,
Um, oh, which case we need to just get rid of this altogether. Then-
wait, I mean, I realize we still haven't branched yet.
Um, okay, but I think that's something that we're gonna fix more easily later.
Okay.
So you guys can fix the branching whenever, but one tool, if you haven't used it before, if you forget to branch, you can just do a get stash. And then once you make the branch, you can do a get stash pop.
Oh yeah, I have used something like that before.
Thank you. I never used that one before.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Okay. Joe, if you're looking over at what the new error is, now that I got rid of the redirection thing,
Yep.
it's argument out of range, which leads me to believe that I was wrong, and typing in the date like this is not what it wants.
Okay. I mean, I also do think that you don't need these equals here.
Oh, what that does is it. You're right. You're right.
I'll delete those while you do what you're doing. But
Sure.
I'm sure they're both valid.
Okay.
I can't easily see that one.
Okay. So this is an improvement. So basically, what it's saying is that we are not putting the information from the parameters into the actual document that we kind of knew. Like it's not being reflected. Which makes sense because we never added logic to re-add those values into our index.html panel.
Okay, I see what you're saying. How we did that last time?
Well, last time was an interesting way. We put a little bit of code in our view, but I don't know if it's the most evil thing in the world in this case. Because it's something that you couldn't really avoid, if you remember.
Yes. I kind of remember Professor looking at it for a while with us.
Yeah. Something like this.
Oh, you're particularly looking at the date one right now. Okay.
Yes, it could be something like this. And if it's new, anything is not start thing. So that might fill in the start and end. Or it might break everything. Yeah,
So I don't know. As I say, we haven't done this one before, so I'm not too sure myself. But yeah, value equals. That makes sense. Equals had a colon.
No, that's not correct because that is a different type of interpolation going on. It should be somewhere else. I think. I don't know if it should be inside of these squiggly brackets.
So I don't think you need to do the nil part of it. I think in the end, if we create a default setting in this
I understand
session,
where you're going with this. Yeah.
and that way it'll just be whatever we give it is literally it. So it'll just be at start, which is not even code. So
Go for
I mean, first I'd remember that part. I'm getting some. Okay. Rose also added. I love that she's added a couple more things to a list. But
that should be the same. Reloading the page should be the same.
yeah, I agree. Okay, so that's that. And then I save that, go back to the events controller, and this part we did before. Essentially, now, this is where I'm honestly a little confused. I do not know what the start and end should be as a default. I'm assuming blank. So I'm going to go with an empty string, honestly,
Okay.
or nil.
In which case,
I
I
don't-
change this to be blank.
Well, I mean, it's your choice. I could make it be nil. Does that make sense? Better sense?
That may cause problems with passing it around the params, the session.
I'm looking at your screen. I'm kind of curious what the heck. Oh, empty. Maybe empty is what we really need.
Well, since it's a string, just use blank. I think it'll be okay.
So how do I actually do that? Is it just quote, quote?
Make it empty string? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oops. I need to turn off my trackpad. Oh, that's not right. So date is 0 and 1. No, 0. Duh. Okay. Okay, that actually doesn't make sense. No, it's over here.
Yeah.
No, unless it has a key. I'm missing stuff. Sorry.
Yep, that's it. Perfect.
So one other thing I've noticed too is that because they did the sorting options as a array,
Oh, they did. You're right.
we can take advantage of that and not have to have multiple things. So we can take what we did before, and I mean, it's not as easy and simple for reading it, but it does kind of help. So, but we also be storing it though as the array. So actually, probably the two things below, I probably could get rid of.
Yes. Do you want to do that right now, or?
I mean, let's save it for later, I think.
That might be a refactor step, yeah.
well, actually, the only thing that might be make it easier though is within the view part of it. That's where I'm realizing it would literally be a copy and paste from our homework. Because if we do it from if we don't have it that way, we're going to have more complicated code.
Okay.
Look at the homework index. We had to do code, which sucks, but as you brought up, we didn't know a better way to do it, even with the professor's help.
Mhm.
And it was a going through each one. It would check
Right.
each
Right.
one of them. And if we don't follow that pattern, it's not going to be easy to do it.
I understand.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for letting me tag along.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great
Yeah.
having you. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
You as well.
You too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So maybe we do want to do it now. It's up to you.
Good point. Yeah, I guess I should just do it now. Get it out of the way.
Okay. You want to see if we at least can fix this one first before we continue on? Get the date and the date one done, and then we'll hit up the next one.
Okay.
Okay. So still need to do these on lessons though, and I realize I should just be copying and pasting this every time. Date. Okay. So I think I'm ready to do a cucumber again. At least that's the default setting. It should be able to work, I think. Oh, holy crap. Looks like one that works.
Amazing.
Wow. I am actually amazed that works so well.
I'm not amazed. That makes sense. No, I did put that in right here. So
Yeah.
rather so.
Well, no, you started it.
Yeah, I guess there's a combination effort there, right?
Yep, agreed.
Okay, so it makes sense to me. And the other one
So
is just going to be that simple problem that we were just discussing about converting them to like using the.
but we still don't have the redirect though. That's the funny part. I don't know. How is it working without the redirect right now? Maybe that's only. I think that was only if we switched pages. So that's why the first one is passing. But if it were to switch pages, I think we lose it.
I don't think so. I think it picks up the session value. Otherwise,
Well, the redirect part though. When there isn't any params, because when
the session variable gets set to the defaults.
Yeah.
And the start, end, name, and date gets set to the defaults as well. Then we leave the page, come back to it, and it picks up the session values again.
You're right.
And if we ever change it, it's saved in the session.
So why the heck do we need that part last time?
I don't know.
Well,
I'll leave it there just in case we end up needing that, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, I'm willing to keep going like this.
Okay, then.
Maybe we should take care though what she noted to get that sign off.
All right, what was it that she noted again?
So she wanted to say, I looked at it originally a little too fast. You should also be able to reload the page. Save ... criteria through reloads and page changes. Okay, so.
Okay, so it should be the same thing. Oh, she wants us to add a web step for reloading the page, I think.
Wait, what?
Isn't that?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Isn't that what that means?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever. Let's take a look at the web steps. Um,
Yeah. Actually, show me the page. Save and open page.
huh, that's weird to me.
Is that a
Save
thing?
and open
Very
page.
bottom.
Yeah, I see that, but what the hell is save and open page? It's got to be something.
Google it.
I'm good with
Capybara. Save and open page. Oh. Method, Capybara, session, save it. Open it in a browser. No. But if you just search Capybara refresh page.
I like that.
Page reloading in Rails Capybara.
That's a Lindrum web driver. That's not what we want. How to reload a page until a button appears. That's a weird one. Okay, this here says, ow, ow, that hurts. .blogspot.
What?
Okay, what stinks, it looks like it has to be with Capybara. Sorry, like it always needs another thing. Like Poltergeist was required for this one other person.
What page that reset to?
Okay, there we go. Try to page that reset. But if the page is not reloaded in, do you have experience with page 2?
Visit current path page.driver.refresh and here is string. Why don't we just go to Bum's homepage? When I go to Bum's homepage, press filter, fill in whatever, press filter, and I go to Bum's homepage, and I am on the Bum's homepage.
You're absolutely correct. That should work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what looks terrible though is like everything I read says that it's not possible through Capybara just to do reload.
Probably not possible to do a full refresh, but like what we really want to do is
You're right. Go to
when you go to the top and just press enter inside of the top bar again.
Yeah, I agree. Oh wait. There's a difference in that though, because when you click the top bar, doesn't that re-input the parameters again?
Well, that's different. That's not what we're doing though. What
even
Capybara is doing is not exactly that. I was using it as an example.
Okay.
Also, do you have any idea how I do this each syntax?
We've done it before. Let's go look. So,
there we go. Yep.
all the options each.
Isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I was trying to figure out.
And there's like.
Oh,
right?
genius. Yeah, that's a good way to do it without having to.
What's it called? What is this thing called? Tags?
You mean the keys?
Yeah, keys. Or maybe we can probably just do it actually without making it a key. But key.toSim. Yep. Sim.
And then option again. Nice. Nice. But you know, though, we're probably going to get rid of it being each one being an individual key anyways.
We are?
Yeah, because remember, we're going to use it as an array anyways. So it's going to...
Oh, options, and then we're going to... Yeah, you're right.
I just realized that. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So, crap, where were we? Yes, let's fix the cucumber, and let's see if she accepts it.
Okay, go for it.
So save sort criteria to refresh. Let's see if that actually even runs. Cool. No different.
Sorry, what were you checking?
I was just making sure it still runs.
Yeah.
After I made that change to the... Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized I didn't actually check that part of it, though. Yep. I don't know if that works, because it's kind of a given.
What is?
Well, take a look at my screen real quick. You notice how it isn't green, really? It's like quoted. I don't know if that makes any real... I don't know if that... kind of just lost. Because it's not really like a when, it's a given type. I mean, I think it still follows the proper process. Yeah, and I'm on the BUMS homepage. So yeah, we're good. I think it just gives that extra quote
yes.
there.
It should be fine.
Okay, thank you. I really do hope though that she doesn't push for like an actual reload, because I'll show the Google search. It's like can't be done, can't be done, can't be done, or like requires poltergeists, requires this, requires that.
Yeah, like I don't think she wants us to actually load this in Selenium or something.
Yeah, agreed. So I mean, maybe she doesn't even realize it's not possible. I mean, it's like with only Capybara as yeah. But we'll find out. Honestly, what the heck is the difference between I am on the BUMS homepage and I follow back to home? They're both the same exact path.
I honestly don't really know.
Yeah. And reloading would only do the same thing as well, or re-input the same variables. Yeah, I'm kind of confused what the point of reloading is.
Yeah, it should be equivalent, but I guess maybe she does want us to make it actually the whatever it's called.
I hope not. That should require another point.
And all that other stuff, you know. I think it's fine though.
Well, and I guess till she comes back, I'll let's try and get this options to be more simple.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did like that. So where's this guy? Here he is. So there's that and that. So only fun thing is I've realized now we might still want to keep this actually, because yeah, the way that we did it before was we used the all options to set them all true. And obviously we don't want them true. We want them false on default.
Mhm.
So except for maybe like today's date. Actually, is one thing we
basically want to say like options selected equals empty or something like that.
yeah, empty, exactly.
So perhaps instead of this, we save something like
Options.
options. And make that empty unless session has the options. Right?
I think so. I think that should work.
Instead of name and date down here, we're gonna comment these guys as well.
Yep.
I want to lose it all.
Agreed.
Options equals params options or session.
My other question is, could we make a empty array? How we do like an empty array? Because I don't think it's the same as that empty string.
Why don't we use a string?
Because we use an array in
Okay then.
before.
I don't know how it gets stored in the params though. I think our best bet is to do split on comma. So like we say
Well, if you want to take a look at our old homework. We done everything as an array because it was, I feel like it was easier to go through it all. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Crap. This might be done the wrong path. So if you notice in the homework, what we did was we did a where the rating is this rating.
mm-hmm.
And that's not what we want to do here. We want to, yeah. So maybe, so how do we check it?
I can't imagine that we're going to be adding that many options. I think that their .get sort options thing might have been a little excessive.
Yeah.
Because sort options, I really don't think that there's that many sort. It's not the same.
Good point.
I think they did too much copy and paste.
And it copied and pasted the wrong thing.
Yeah. So my feeling here is that we should explicitly write these out instead of making an array of them, because there isn't enough there to justify making an array of them like that.
I agree, especially for a sort purpose.
Precisely, because it's just not really. Yeah, that was for a filtering purpose, fine, but this is for a sort purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything here stays the same. I think I'm probably going to have to change this a little bit. Yeah, they did a
Yeah.
each do checkbox tag. Wow. Okay. Option checkbox tag. Oh, I see what they did. They printed out the option and then they said option. Okay.
Okay. So she wants us to add the. She wants us to add the page changing and stuff like that to both of them. I'll do that real quick. Okay. I've increased the cucumber.
I wouldn't rerun cucumber yet.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah, I just changed the Hamel a bit, so like this probably won't be fully correct. I'm reflecting. Okay, there we go.
What'd you? Oh.
Yeah, I was just reflecting our changes to the all options thing
Mm-hmm.
in the Hamel code.
Also, how the heck do you just have it like add a return to the next line in Hamel?
What do you mean?
Well, like if we wanted to put the sort by and then have the name and date underneath the sort by instead of having being one line, how the heck do you?
You make them part of these.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I always think of the meaning of it. Is it paragraph or is it something else?
I think it's paragraph.
Okay. Thank you.
Like that, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll put these on each on their own line. Don't know if that's the most elegant way of doing it. If you take a look.
I see. That's a little bit over the top. I mean, I'm not. Thank you though for showing me though. At the very least, you got me to learn that now.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. So now we can try rerunning the cucumber test and see if my changes broke anything. Which it looks like it didn't. Fantastic. Spec shouldn't affect the Hamel change. Everything works.
Nice. Very well done.
Alrighty. Fantastic. I'm gonna remove these comments here. All options is no longer necessary. And I don't think we need to do this params redirect thing. Okay. I'll go from it from the top here. Road settings or defaults into session. Okay.
Wonderful.
It loads the defaults or settings into the session value variables, loads those into the variables that we're going to use or the params. Whatever. Then we ask if the start is blank or end is blank. We use all of them, otherwise we're going to do the date filtering. Then we do a little ordering by, and then we output the array. So it looks like ready to run cucumber on the remember params, and we find that
We're not showing it though. We're not showing on the view. The view, I don't think.
That part. You're right. Okay, so checkbox tag date.
Okay, yeah. So because there's only 2 of them, it's not a big deal that we do it individually per one. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
This will be a little more clean than the whole
So then,
logic thing. With the comma value equals. And then irrelevant. Now that. What?
oh, that's all it is, isn't it?
Hang on, there's something up here.
You know what's funny? I just realized you totally pulled the correct pattern. No, actually, it's a pattern, maybe or not. But the problems of not following patterns was that one case, we may generalize something when not necessary,
Oh yeah.
and that's what I was doing. But you rolled me in or reeled me in, and oh wait, something's wrong, isn't it? I just noticed.
Like at without identifier is not allowed as an instance variable name. There's an app somewhere loose in the wild, line 15.
Sorry, a what? An at some loose. Oh, okay, gotcha.
At without identifiers is not allowed as an instance variable name. Interesting. What's the default? 0? Let's put these in quotes, eh? With that little 1 down there.
Oh yeah, so you do have the quotes down there.
Yeah, I don't know. That was probably an issue some point somewhere. So, ow.
Was it always quotes down there, or was it 1?
I believe it was always quote. If you look at the old one, it's neither. Though it works, actually, so it was always like that. I just remembered. Yeah. Oh. Does the checkbox should be checked thing even work?
Good question.
Because it just sort of took the web steps on its word. the blank checkbox should be checked.
Okay, she said, I may have misunderstood her. No. Both filtering and sorting criteria should have a save even after reload. Okay, just make sure that you've got a reload test for both of them from other page. What?
Just make sure that you've got a reload test for both sort and filter and return from other page tests for both sort and filter. So what she wants, I believe, is reload test for sort and filter, and a return from other page test for sort and filter. So what we have right now is a refresh test for filter. That's this.
Mm-hmm.
A return from other page test. Okay. So
I mean, I don't see.
refresh test and a return from other page test for filter.
So what she really means is she wants separate tests.
She didn't say that explicitly, but it might be the best to break these up into different scenarios here.
Yeah, if you
Filter criteria through refresh.
I want to let her know that we think that you mean to have us create separate
I've never seen that button before.
scenarios for those ands. She's also on a.
There you go. This is a refresh test. This is a page change test.
And we got to do for both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked her if that's what she. I didn't ask her that way. I said we think you mean that to have us create separate scenarios for those ands. So basically, any one of her ands means a new scenario.
And I check main and I press sort and I follow who wants some grub. I follow back to home from the main checkbox. Here we are. This is a refresh test. New page changes test.
Okay, so she's also saying more combinations would be showing filtering and sorting together.
That's not necessary, I don't think, because if they didn't work independently, they'll work together because of the way that the logic is working.
Yeah.
If you want to write more tests, feel free. I believe that this. I sincerely believe that this is sufficient for what we're trying to show here.
Okay.
I don't mean that like in a condescending way or anything. I just don't.
Oh no, I totally understand. I'm just gonna
Testing anything.
let her know that we think that the independent test method has good coverage for even combined. I might start saying we're getting rather exhaustive in our combinations.
Yeah, like we're not doing a mathematical proof here, if I remember that correctly. It appears we broke sort. Okay.
Copy that over again.
Copy there.
You know, I may not have properly updated this every time. Okay. These are the longest cucumber test we've ever made yet. Okay, so back to the actual failing. Oh, what? Looks like something weird failed.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, the defaults or something was causing problems
Oh,
on
okay.
the sort. Namely, it looks like it's not working. um,
Oh, they didn't have it as ands?
that wouldn't fix that. That shouldn't fix it. It was working before. It was just bugging me a little bit.
The heck happened?
It looks like it's just not sorting, or it's sorting too much. I wonder.
We still have the values in there. Yeah, I think you just got to that too. I just see your cursor now.
Yeah, I think this might be breaking it somehow.
Let's remove those and make sure that it works. I'd say.
Okay, I agree.
She just gave an okay exclamation point.
Fantastic. So you were right. That fixes it.
Okay.
I'm curious to know what these values are setting them to. When when this line value equals at name happens, what's it getting set to? And can I fix that with at?
Oh, good idea.
I noticed that in the homework where we do this, we did a question mark and then 1 or 0. So it could be that somehow something else is not translating correctly.
Well, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And maybe we should quote it.
Mm-hmm. In which case, we should probably quote our zeros here.
Agreed.
Does not fix it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the way that we can get it back. You know what? Let's load the page up and see what it looks like.
Okay.
All right, anything else in here? So
Huh.
both of them have a value of 1.
Wait, do you still have it actually in there? You do. It works. How the heck does it actually? It seems like it actually works.
What do you mean?
Well, like I click the thing and I hit sort and it works.
Sorting
So what the
by
heck is
what?
our cucumber failing?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, it's sorting by both all the time.
Wait, what? I thought.
Yeah, it's sorting by both all the time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just what I noticed. By going to the inspect page, you can see that both inputs have a value of 1.
Mm-hmm. So it's always doing 1. Oh, so our if statement's not true. Is that we're not properly looking at it some reason?
Yes.
So that should be more simple. Wait, what? I don't know why that would need to be
Don't laugh at
switched.
me. You know, it's sometimes not everything makes sense.
Okay, I'll take your word on that one. Yeah, you're damn right about
In
that.
it's working. That's right. No, it's not.
So
working.
mine still has it sorted.
Work first,
Well,
okay.
I didn't delete cookies either. It's pretty cool that I actually can see the whole cookie right now. No cookies. There we go. Huh, the value's still 1. Even when it isn't sorting by that.
I'm gonna reset that and deleting my cookies this time. Okay. When I visit the page without any cookies and without any
It's a value 0.
values, they're all valued at 0. When I
But
click
if you look at
name and I press sort, the
it,
param comes in as name equals 0.
if you look at mine right now, actually, I had no cookies, and I just loaded the page, and they're both values of 1.
Interesting.
And they're not sorted. And when I sort by, let's say, date, as you notice, it sorts by both.
Date.
And what's funny is actually the value of my date is value 1, but the value of my name is value 0.
This is bizarre. I'm going to quit the mail server and restart it. Oh, as you noticed.
Thank you very much for showing me that cookie app, plugin or whatever.
Okay. So right now it is unsorted, as it should be. If I sort by name, hey, is it possible?
Now it's not sorting at all for me.
Hang on. Is it possible that we want it to go to 0? Okay. How are you supposed to reset your sort?
By unclicking it?
When you unclick it and you press the sort, does the params go in with a param of 0? Or is that one just unset?
How about we look at the log? You just had it below because you're the one who ran it, so I can't see it.
Oh. Okay, so can you delete your cookies?
Agreed. I'll let you do it now. Let's watch because
Okay, sure. Delete my cookies. Okay, and then make a request with 0 thing set. And we're going to see get slash. Okay, good. Nothing special happened. Now I'm going to give it one parameter. I'm going to see it process a request with parameters name equals 0. The parameter should be setting this at name gets set to 0 here. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now if I refresh the page to both 0 again, rather, no parameters got passed.
Yes.
And it is not filtering at all.
Oh, that's what I noticed. It's not filtering at all anymore. We completely lost filtering.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
Wait, what? would that pretty much always filter for us now?
No. I know I should be doing this more programmatically here. I'm falling into bad habits here. Okay. So now our checkbox remembering is not working as we expected. What?
You got to run it.
Okay. So now, notice the checkboxes default to 1.
Yes. I didn't think it did before.
When I click on one,
Wait.
the checkboxes are still valued. On the form, the values are 1.
I don't really notice them updating when I click. As when I click on the checkbox. I don't see the
All right, so it
values
still has
changing.
the remembering on the cookie. So both checkboxes have a value of 1. Always. How does one auto check a checkbox? Let's look that up. Come on. Auto check. I thought we did last time in this one by doing value equals blah.
Well, so we had the value equals.
Oh, we set a truth value. We used the truth value to say whether or not it was checked.
I thought you did try that one already. Well, I mean, keep going.
Name equals 1. And we had to use the value because that's just like how the checkbox tag works. I remember this now because I remember when we wrote that together. Something like that.
Oh.
Um, how does that look? There we go. At least it's pre-checking them now. No, yeah, really. I think that's an improvement.
No, yeah, it actually is in a way. I actually can't deny that. That means we're actually checking it now.
Yeah, we're actually checking the checkbox. I remembered now because that first value, this one here, the value equals, doesn't actually do the checkboxing. It's just like,
That's right. That's freaking right. That's what it was.
yeah. Here we are. Okay, and this should actually just always be 1. It's convenient.
How are the other ones working though?
Hmm?
I'm trying to figure out how the other ones are working. The other cucumber tests. Oh, you're only running ours, aren't you?
I can run all of them.
Because right now you're pretty much just defaulting it to 1, aren't you?
No. The value here of 1
Yeah. Is it
is just what the checkbox is worth if you check it.
okay?
If I can put it 2, it wouldn't make a difference.
Okay. Well, I get that part, but I mean, isn't the second part doing that for you?
It's an equals comparison.
Is it giving you a truthy? Yes, it's true. It's a yes, true, false. That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the checked condition, basically. It's a Boolean value of whether or not that checkbox is checked. I think the problem might be in the web steps. That's certainly where the error is showing up. Yeah, should be true.
I'm gonna run the app real quick. Just want to give it a shot.
Mhm.
Ooh. You might be right with the whole deselecting.
I
Is it
know.
not possible?
Yeah.
Okay. But before I had the cookie issue,
But without the cookie, it is correct.
yeah, it goes to blank, and if I click only 1, yes, and that's correct, right? That's yeah, okay, yep. But as soon as I click the other one or unclick, it doesn't unclick. Yeah, that's the point. Okay, cool. Progress.
Yep. Find the defect. Expect to defect.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's not should be true anymore. It should be checked. Expect to be checked. Expect blank to be checked.
Isn't that our spec?
That's copy bar.
Ah,
New formatting, I believe. At least that's what the little thingy that I was finding told me. Expect blank to be label. Ba-boom.
seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense too if you think about it.
Field equals find
Find
field
field.
check equals find field label.
Check.
Yeah.
So now we run all of our cucumber tests and we find they are all passing. Woo hoo. Now we check all of our R-spec tests and we find them to all be passing. Woo hoo.
But we still have a bug.
But now we have that new bug
Yeah.
of unchecking fields, which I understand why it happens.
What's the
Well,
it
when
fills
you uncheck a checkbox,
it's gonna be 0.
it's going to be a null parameter that doesn't even exist.
Oh,
However, there's no way of differentiating that between that and not having any parameter set. Basically, the parameter isn't set when you press that submit button, which is the equivalent of coming to the page from scratch.
what about that loop you were doing earlier? Could that help in this case? He used to have it do for each, but that's still probably the same problem.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
There's no way to, well, I wouldn't say no way, but I can't think of how to pull the value, the default value from the session. Well, actually, hang on. Yeah, I can't think of a way to pull a default value from the session if the params isn't set without differentiating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do we work? How do we do this last time then?
That's what we had that whole redirect thing about,
Oh,
I believe.
the redirect was all about it have no keys at all, actually.
Which is kind of what this is, if it's not checked at all.
Yeah, well, it was either key. It could be sort or ratings. So sort.
Oh, I see. Hmm. Yeah.
Wait.
What?
1 minute. Sorry. So yeah, our session defaults are, I think, are fine, because the idea was that if session didn't have one, we default to 0. But the next part we did was the second paragraph here. Yep, you have a highlight now. The ratings equals param. So before we did that.
What I'm trying to say is there's no way of distinguishing between coming to the page from like anywhere like this, right?
Yeah.
If you're thinking of the page, there's no way of distinguishing between that and like with whatever the params are.
Yeah.
Question name equals 0. That's not a thing. Or at least that's not a thing not like natively kind of.
Yeah, we definitely had a way of getting around this before, though, and it had to do with the ratings part of it. So, we had it still be. So we doing ratings. We weren't. It would have been options.
Oh, wait a second.
So it seems like almost if it wasn't changed, it wouldn't give us a ratings param. Is what it seems like before. So what we have now.
Well, it never gave a ratings param. It gave a param per rating.
No, we got a ratings param. We would do params rating. Yeah, so how the hell did the params :name work properly?
Oh,
That's not how we.
Here we go. The checkbox tag was an array.
Yeah, exactly. So it was options it was an array of options.
Mm-hmm.
So how the hell did theirs even work before? Because the param really wasn't a key of name; it was a param of option. And if option was empty before, we would fill it with the old options.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would make and then we would have it be ratings a class array. We'd make it into an array because it would have been keys. And if you look at my screen right now, you'll see what I'm talking about. Or if you look at the old homework we had.
I'm looking at both.
Our index before and after.
I think the point was in here when we did this checkbox tag in old homework.
Yeah.
It was creating like a hash
For each one, yeah.
from rating to its value of either 1 or 0, or rather, it was creating a hash that only stored the checked options. And there was a difference between getting no options checked, which was a hash, an empty hash, versus getting no hash at all. That's how it did. That's how it did it. Are you following me?
I'm thinking about it, yeah. Because like the only thing I'm confused about though is it was defaulted to all them being checked in the homework. So wouldn't it have always would have sent us all the hashes every time?
No, just the first time.
Well, and then if we kept clicking, it would. I mean, that's what I mean, really. Is
Well,
if we kept.
So the difference is basically when you press the submit button down here,
Yeah.
it would submit a hash that has all of the options that you checked this time. And in the controller, if you receive that hash, say the options hash,
Mhm.
you would replace whatever you had in your session with it. If you didn't receive that hash at all, then you replace your options with what's already stored in session. I understand how it works now.
Okay.
So I think I can re-implement it, if you don't mind my trying.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna call it sort. And
okay. I mean, could call it options too, but
yeah, but I don't know. I just think the sort might be a more descriptive name.
go for it.
I don't care. It's up to you.
No, go for sort.
Okay, great. Sort. Kill these guys. And the way we did it last time was all options unless, right? I think that should be under.
Yeah. You have to
never-
recreate that though. They used to
that
have it.
step that they had. It was under the model and events. Get sort options. Let's get sort options unless session already has it stored.
Why is it an instance variable? Wouldn't you want it to be coming from events?
Sorry?
Wouldn't you want that to be event or events
You are
dot?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's event or events though. I'm always confused about that one.
Pretty sure it's event. It was movie.ratings last time, so.
Thank you. Yep.
And it shouldn't be called get sort options, just like conventionally in Ruby, based on our last one. It's going to be called sort options.
Okay.
Mind that change. I think that's.
Now we're changing that too. We might.
Seems,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
it just seems more conventional. Anyways, event.sort options unless session has key sort.
Okay. We're definitely gonna want to run all the R specs again though.
Yes, I completely agree. So then we're going to have sort equals grams
Colon sort. Okay, I see where we're going with this thing.
for session sort. Is that how that works here? Unless session has key sort. No, this is ratings. Yeah.
And then below that we did
And this is
what you
where we
just said.
did it. So this is the important line.
Yep. I'm gonna do one quick thing just because.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's it. No big deal. Just wanted to, if we do, we'll go back. Don't want to have to be
Yeah.
debugging that next.
You're right. Okay. So, okay, good. So now at sort will contain either whatever the parameters passed in, which will overwrite the session
Mm-hmm.
eventually.
Yep, eventually.
Or-
Oh, we need to edit
Well,
that.
yes, I know, yeah. Or it
I
contains
can
the
do that.
option default, which is all sort options. Do we want it to be all sort options, or do we want it to just be none?
That should be none. That's not actually one of my questions is going to be is,
But it's none.
oh, I see. Cool.
Is that an array?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is because we later on, if unless it is array, we make it into array. I think.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So here, now we can do that each thing, yeah?
Yeah, agreed.
Each do, and then you put this, and then the end, right?
You know, actually, last time we had a fake thing called "quote unquote" default. Like we quoted it default
Yeah, I
for
remember
the
that.
sort.
Okay, that's actually fine too, right?
Yeah, because all it is
No.
a placeholder.
Yeah.
Because
The
remember,
problem with that though, did that work without any other changes?
well, what we had done was actually, what did we do?
No, that's sort.
Yeah.
That's not ratings. It's confusing because of the naming, but we're looking at ratings, not sort.
Thank you. You're absolutely right. Thank you. Yep.
I remember thinking that exact something very similar.
Yeah.
Option dot to sim. Okay. Option. Actually, for every option, right? All the options that are in the sort.
Yes, of course. Should be ordered. Exactly.
In which case, we can do like a pretty little one-liner here, but that's for later.
Agreed.
Okay, then. And now we're going to have to go into our Haml code.
Oh, God. This was go back all changed up again.
Yeah, that has to be reset. Let's want to pop over to GitHub and steal what they did from there.
Sorry, I was had my headphone off. Had my headphone awry. What was that?
If you want to pop over to GitHub, you can just pull it from there.
Okay. App views events index. I'm ready to paste it if you are.
Go for it. And you can just nuke what I have there.
Boom.
Okay, so now we just have to set this to 1. And then our clever little thing from here, which was at sort.include option. Well, I am lost with it here. Right?
Yep. So we have the whole ID ratings thing. Do we need that, or is that really only for their homework? I think is what it was. The homework auto grader was that. I think it was that one.
Is that what you're talking about?
No. In the check boxes.
This?
No, here, I'll show you what I mean. Do, do.
That's only for the homework.
Okay. I mean, we could use that in theory, though, for our cucumbers in the future.
Yeah, fine. I see no reason why not to.
And is value really just sets to P1? Because I mean, before we actually had it has the logic,
Sorry, what?
but the value part,
This? Yeah.
we did have logic before. We had, you know, be value equal to ratings if
Not this one.
included.
This one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I read up, like I read a much better answer about that kind of question this time than last time.
Okay. Ooh.
No, it looks like it's having trouble being on the thumbs homepage.
That's what I mean. That's what we're editing with
So
our.
all options is turning up nil, which means this I changed the name to sort option.
Because change it to, yeah.
All. Beautiful-ish.
Ish.
Ish. I think it's
So
beautiful.
the saves don't work anymore.
Which is fine. Kind of expected that since we just changed up a bunch of stuff.
Agreed.
Oakley dokley. So let's start off with the sort event one. Is that
I mean, you want to make ours work first to make sure that what we're doing is worth it?
well, sorting doesn't seem to work.
Oh, good point. If we can't get our thing to sort.
I think it shouldn't be a difficult fix. It's this line here that's not really working.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the cucumber. Never mind. Yeah, I'm totally for fixing anything in the controller.
I think we should just do a key of option and see what comes up.
Okay.
If anything, for that matter, actually. Which is to say nothing, interestingly.
Huh.
Let's key the sort list. Empty. So let's key it earlier up. Here. Here. Some instrumentation. Empty. Both times.
Well, I mean, the cucumber test says it's an exception in our spec exception not met.
Yeah, expectation not met, meaning that the then I should see is not coming up correctly.
Okay.
When I check name and I press sort.
Oh.
So when I press sort, the sort list, array, or whatever is coming up empty.
Okay. Okay.
Because this is wrong. Yes, because it should be sort bracket.
Yes.
That's why they were doing it. Okay, right, because they the params were getting passed incorrectly for that.
That's how we're able now to see. Yes, that makes sense now.
Unable to find checkbox name makes sense because it's called sort name now, which means you should be looking for a checkbox option underscore name.
Nice. Okay.
So that explains a lot now.
And it really should be option underscore name because that's how I think that's the convention. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I keep getting blank. Oh, your P sorts. We're actually getting those back now.
Yeah. Okay. So now these key sorts shouldn't be necessary anymore. Okay. So now that theirs is working again, we can run ours.
You know, I gotta say, it's kind of funny.
Hmm?
With all this effort we're doing into refactoring their stuff, we could have just put it to being links.
Links? Oh, yeah, I know. Unable to find checkbox name. Oh. In our remember params, what do we have to change?
Because we're still using the old ones as well.
Yeah, in the bottom two scenario. Oh, option underscore name checkbox.
Yep.
Option underscore name checkbox should be checked.
I mean, maybe we should be doing the other one as well.
They're all good.
Wait, really? Wow.
And it's all green.
So,
Makes sense. It wasn't like that ridiculous of a change that we were making or anything.
true.
This should now be allowing us to uncheck sort options. Oh, but we can't uncheck both sort options. We have to have at least one of them on. Otherwise, the sort param comes in empty.
So it's the same problem, kind of.
Oh,
Oh, that's right, because yes, because we would have had the same problem.
We get a feature.
I'm sorry, what?
You have to sort by something.
Exactly.
So
That's
let's just pick a default sort option. I think sorting by date makes the most sense.
Yeah, honestly, I'm for that.
And I think all the tests should still pass. You can't see why they wouldn't.
Well, this is all because, like, in our homework, we had to have at least one. There was no reason not to have one, right?
Yeah, I mean, the default, if you want to call it that, sorting type would be by ID, but like that is illogical. But you have to have some sort of sorting. So now it requires sorting, and it defaults to sorting by date. You have no cookies.
I want to check one more thing. So if we let me delete my cookies. Please leave up the
Me? Oh, leave up the server.
yeah, please, leave the server. Yeah.
So you notice in delete your cookies, it defaults to date.
Yes, I did, but I want to try.
You switch to name, and if you uncheck both, it'll stick with the one that you last had checked.
Okay, actually, it doesn't.
It won't go back to being defaulted to date. That wouldn't make any sense.
Good point.
It's remembering what you had what you last put. So
Let's try one more thing. Yep. It's kind of nice though that the date is the second in priority.
oh, we can switch that.
No, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I think I like it.
All right. Sure.
Because yeah, I think I like that. Okay. I know it's kind of silly.
As you wish. All right, so let's just go through, everything works now. Let's just go through the controller, make sure that everything's like not in need of refactoring or anything.
I got one more thing that we could add here that really we should, I think.
Okay.
To defaults. All it is a default.
Okay.
Today's date. Today's date should be the default for the
Start
start.
time.
Yes.
Okay. But it does not have a default end date.
Does that screw it up?
Well, the where doesn't actually.
I have no idea what we do.
This might be a good time to refactor that a little bit too.
That's the only thing I think that we can add on quickly. I'd hope.
Well, that would require a little bit of changing.
I'm also going to run the RSpec, see what happens. Okay, we have some failures.
Oh yeah, where?
Finds all events on homepage for RSpec. What?
26 failures. Oh, 6 failures. No method error, undefined method order for nil. On the each. Do option.
Finds
Order
all
option dot
events.
to sim. Oh, sort is nil.
Wait, what? Sorry.
The at sort is nil for whatever reason. Can be fixed. Like so. Eight failures, even worse.
Sorry, that's just. Yeah, I didn't think our sort could ever be nil.
Oh, wall at sort.
That would
That's why
definitely
we
help.
got a couple more errors there.
But I didn't think our thing could ever be nil, unless that's because of RSpec. Because it's doing a specific part
no,
of
it
it.
looks like that wasn't the problem after all. Undefined method order for nil class. Well, the only time order gets called is on at events. On line 32 is the issue. And it's because somehow at events is nil here. Oh. It's because events is nil because it's like, I think I understand. We need to refactor the RSpec a little bit. My B, I believe.
Was this your RSpec before?
Some of it was. Expect to receive all. Finds all events on the homepage. Expect to receive find with ID 2S and return at event. Sends the event to you. Why does this not index finds all events on home page? Finds all events. Yeah, get in.
I know why. Because we have a default of date, we
Mhm.
never actually do an all. I think that
Right.
I haven't really. Yeah, because no, that's a start end date. That shouldn't matter.
Well, like one of these two has to get run, either event.all or event.where.
Yeah,
One of the two.
and our spec before was it didn't have anything like this. I was in part. I think I was involved in this one, and it was and the all isn't being run right now because it isn't blank. But we didn't do start or we still left those as blank.
Finds all events on home page. Finds all events. Expect event to receive all.
$45, yeah, that one. And then 50. Oh, we're not doing aware anymore, are we?
That shouldn't have been it though.
Well, the where one definitely should. That's why for that. Oh, we are doing aware.
Find all events on home page. Find all events. Is it aware?
Well, for the second one, if there's a start or end date, there's aware.
But sends all events to view does not set aware.
Oh, yeah. Why the hell is that where?
Mm-hmm. I mean, an easier solution to this is this. It's a little ugly though. And I am not a fan. It reduced those two errors out.
Maybe we need a stub. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe we need like to stub something out.
Well, that's what's going wrong here. But like, really?
You were very accurate with your mouse.
Thank you.
I mean, it's like your ability to click in the right spot and drag it to the right place is like. I would.
Lots of practice. But yeah, essentially what's happening here is that events is somehow becoming nil, and we're calling the order on it. Like, it shouldn't be necessary because it's still failing.
Wait. You do. Sorry, I just looked at this R spec a little better. You do have a start and end date right from the get go in your.
Here.
Yeah. So when it
Yes,
runs it
but
will never do the all.
when I get index, I'm not passing those parameters.
Sorry, excuse me. So when the RSpec runs through it, isn't it going to use?
The method that the RSpec test that's failing right now is this one here.
Yes, yes. And it does not utilize that
And when it
start.
says get index, it does not utilize the start and end.
But that isn't the part though that's actually being tested. It's the expect event to receive all.
Mm-hmm.
And in our code, if we have start or end not equal nil, it will not run that code.
Yeah, that's a different start and end though.
Okay, that confused me.
Yeah, so this start and end here
Are
the
not
one
the
that get
same.
compared.
Yep.
They are defined within the events controller.
Okay.
This start and end are defined within the RSpec test.
Okay.
They're independent.
Okay. That's my confusion.
Yep. Yeah, we expect event to receive all. And then we're erroring because undefined method order for nil class. Which means after it expects the event dot all,
It becomes nil.
yeah. That nil supposed to be end that little thought there. See, that fixes two of the problems. Those two problems are caused by RSpec. Like, those aren't real errors.
Okay.
And I guess this is slightly safer code, but I don't know.
How do you feel about bringing the professor into this? If she's still, yes, she's still here.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. This is annoying.
What? I had no idea what you realized.
Oh, my God. So in this one here, finds all events on homepage, sends all events to view.
Mm-hmm.
It is allowing event to receive all and return an array, which was fine for this, but is not fine when you're trying to apply order on it, because it's an array now. I need event dot class equal to, I don't know, it's like an active record relation, I think.
What?
I think
Why
that's
isn't
the
it
name of the
just?
class.
I thought it was just array. We'd done this before.
It smells like an array. It quacks like an array, but it's not an array.
Up above, we did a at sort dot class equals array. But you're saying it's not actually an array, and that's the real problem.
And then we're not doing it on sort. We're doing it on events.
No, I know, but I mean, I thought you said that it was an array, but it's not really an array. It's a relation. But we don't have any relations. I don't know why.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Event dot where or event dot all return relations.
Oh.
That's why down here we do a dot 2a.
Okay. Yep. To an array. Yep. Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I suppose the most correct thing to do here would be to say and return, and instead of fake results, we should be returning a relation.
Why didn't this fail before?
Because it was expecting, and so it was allowing event to receive all and return at fake results, and it returned fake results as an array, and then it compared that array to that array.
Well, this also used to be a where, not an all.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Where and all both return relations, which get converted to arrays at the end.
Okay.
They don't need to be converted to arrays. In fact, that would be the most correct thing to do, since if we could not convert them to arrays. But I never bothered looking up how to create an active record relation.
Why did it need to be an array? Because why did it need to be a dot to an array?
Because in the RSpec test,
Mm-hmm.
we compare the results. Here we go, assigns events
Mm-hmm.
to equal at fake results, which is an array.
Okay, so you're really looking at, I see now. So you're looking up how to test for an active relation.
Yeah, how can I compare, how can I expect assigns to equal at relations that, because that would really
Gotcha.
fix the problem, like in the most correct way. But I don't think there is a way to do that. And the terrible thing is, when we stub out the where or the all, what we're doing when we do that is we're stubbing out the relation that gets returned for an array. Yeah, and the problem is this breaks pretty much everything. You can bring the professor in if you want. I'm pretty sure she's going to tell us that we're going to have to change the way our RSpec tests work.
It's possible, yeah.
Because the RSpec tests are using the factory, or sorry, the fixtures, which don't replace the actual, whatever it's called, the actual database. So what we really need is a way to replace the database altogether. Which might be like a factory or something. I don't really know.
Good question. I'll look at some of the RSpec I've done before myself to see if I can find anything.
Oh, this is a thing too.
Yeah, that's what I've seen before. Yeah, I have a. If you look at my screen, like gets in the method, and then what you input to that method or action.
I meant this is a problem.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just that, yeah, the sort RSpec is bound to fail because they wrote it wrong.
Well, we changed it from it.
Yeah. Well, I would argue that they did it wrong to begin with, and we've been changing it to fix it since. But
Agreed.
so it should really be colon sort points at rocket ship points at, I don't know, is it like this syntax? No. Is it this syntax? I think so.
That would make more sense there.
Like that should fix those two problems, perhaps.
I wonder, did you have to change maybe any of the givens or the backgrounds?
I don't know. Let's find out. Well, yeah, it looks like it's just not sorting.
What's the givens?
Oh, cool. They just popped it into. You mean the before?
Yeah, you have right there. It's an array of the correct sort.
Yeah, and it's just not the correct sort order. So for whatever reason, this isn't sorting. Get index with sort pointing at an array with name inside.
Oh man, she just went into sleep.
Fantastic. Okay then.
Although she is still there, though. I think it just means though she's active, but it won't notify her anymore.
Mhm. Weird. Sort by name returns only events within that range. I don't see that. This is more than what I specify. What's this index controller? Is that a real thing?
That doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure this is by accident. I'm gonna delete it.
Well, wait.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't just delete it.
I wouldn't actually just account to. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like this is the same as what's inside of the events controller.
Just with the words index.
Just that they put it in the wrong file.
Oh man.
Yeah, see? I mean, I changed this line here, but expect assigns events to equal fake sort by name, and then fake sort by name. Yeah, this file is garbage.
Okay.
Good job, guys. Get rm. Because it's not a controller, so
Yeah.
that's what the professor was going over with them to fix.
I don't remember that part. Sorry, I didn't overhear that.
Yeah, during class, Professor Rose was going over like a problem that those two guys were having, and it was with their RSpec. And my guess is that they put it in the wrong file, and that's what we just saw the results of.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
So now we're just down to 2.
now we're just down to 2 data errors, which is sort by name returns events sorted by name. Returns events sorted by name.
So sort by name. Don't we have the stub initially to get here? Yeah, I would have thought we'd have to stub
Somehow
here.
they managed to make it work without stubbing, which is actually nice because stubbing is what caused the problems before.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I actually don't see anyone doing stubs here because I thought a stub was dot stub.
Well, sorry, it's not really stubbing. It's allow or sorry, expect allow event to receive where or whatever and return blah.
Oh, okay.
So that allow is kind of like a stub.
I see. Yeah, I'm just used to doing like you create things like if you look at my view right now for one of my homeworks, it was movie.stub defined and return this at movie.stub director and return this. And you do like every line of code is stubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I pretty much just built upon itself. I had my expects and then I stopped them. I had my expects and yeah. So
This testing framework's a little bit wonky. Anyways, so we say get index, and we say with the params sort pointing at an array of name. And let's go through our logic here. When sort gets params of colon sort. Oh, because it's already a symbol, perhaps?
let's already try that way. But we'll find out.
That way.
No, we'll find out.
Yeah. Nope. Okay, so
I got an idea. Maybe if you print what sort is and run our cucumber test.
where, like here?
I think maybe before that part. What the param sort actually is. I'm sorry.
You do it. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. More like actually I can do it anywhere, can I? So param. I like to know what that looks like. Pretty much during some of our cucumber tests. That'd be nice to see.
Okay, let's fill it out with features. Remember. I want to see if it's all open. That's a little ridiculous. Thumbs homepage. What the heck? Okay.
There we go. There we go.
One.
And so the reason why it's like that though, remember we default with date.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have date there. So the reason I did this though is that's what that param has to be. So I think you need to literally maybe copy and paste that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So right now we have. Oh, it's an
So I don't think
array
it's an
of
array.
the hashes, kinda.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to look at it. 'Cause it's like, best way to know what it should be is to run it, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, because it's not getting in an array from the params. It's getting in like the hashes from the params.
hmm
Because that's like how the checkbox thing works. Annoying and weird, but I understand it now. A teensy bit better. Still no good, but now we can actually see what's going on here. Name pointing to 1. Here it says that it is name pointing to 1 and date pointing to 1. Usually,
Well, I'm wondering if it's always going to have date in there.
no, it wouldn't. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can go through on the add some more scenarios where we uncheck date, but I think that's overkill.
That's a good point.
So sort points to name pointing to 1.
Are you sure it's supposed to be square brackets and not made more curls?
I don't think so.
That's what I remember it looked like.
Maybe another pair of curly braces inside. Yes.
Maybe.
Another pair of curly braces inside. It's getting a little ridiculous here.
I just remember like when we printed it, it had curly brackets in it. So that's why I was wondering what the curl is. No, it still doesn't like it. Damn it.
Look, here we can just do this sort. Or rather, at params. Let's have that, right?
Yeah.
Param equals.
That was params.
It will be, but if we do that,
Okay.
it's a keyword or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I don't know. We can call it fake params. Does that?
Love it.
So fake params is a hash, correct? Where sort points at an array of hashes where the only entry is name pointing to 1. Or is it a hash of hashes?
Don't you have to make that into a double? No, never mind. Never mind. No, I'm wrong.
Sort is pointing at a hash.
Do you want to make that an instance variable?
No. Sure. Why not? I don't see why it makes a difference, but sure. Now, name pointing to 1 is the same as we're getting here. We can even duplicate it precisely and get date pointing to also 1.
Damn it, hell.
Which is precisely what gets passed in our passing. Cucumber test.
Yep.
Actually, wait a second. It's the wrong cucumber test. Testing sorting at least. Not that it should be. Whoa! It is.
We're filling cucumber now. Why are we filling cucumber?
How? Huh. I guess the RSpec test is right. Oh no. Oh no.
It's that thing, right?
If it's that thing, we are in deep doo-doo.
It's the way you say it. It's fine. You did only
It's
R.
the way I saved all of the R-spec tests.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's how I saved the R-spec tests, though. Oh, jeez. Yep, that's how I saved these 4 tests.
Wait.
Waiting.
Sorry. Rerun your R spec. I might be going crazy a second here. No, we still have 4 tests. Okay, sorry.
Well, yeah, so these 4 tests are failing because of the stub return value, which means maybe I can just remove that stubbing. The allow and to return, receive and return.
Okay.
So if that gets used anywhere else.
Well, it should be the only ones that fail we should be looking at, right?
Yeah.
So didn't you just fix though the other R specs that weren't that
I fixed these R-spec tests before by adding in, oh great, added 5 there. Added another failure. Okay. Oh, and there goes, I closed the workspace.
the what? I'm sorry?
I accidentally just closed the workspace. Fixed it. No, it literally makes your laptop cooler. That's funny. Okay, so I fixed these R-spec tests by going into the controller and adding this conditional here. If at events.class is an active record relation.
Oh, so I didn't mean those. I meant the ones that we were trying to fix before. The
The 2?
the sort by the sorts.
Yeah.
The 2 sorts. Did we fix those or
Yeah, they're fixed.
did? Oh, so what was the needed fix for it?
I commented this out.
Oh, so that was the whole.
Ooh,
So if we
yeah.
know what damn class it is?
Yeah. And then just add that to a list of classes to allow. But, oh.
Sorry, yeah, when you re-entered it, kind of things went bad.
Weird.
Oh, now you have 2 of them. Oh, no
These are
wonder.
the 2 failures from before. Array.
Oh,
Active
Jesus.
record relation. Oh, so it's different? Huh?
Underscore?
That doesn't feel right.
But it's more than that. It's event : : Oh no, that's our. Sorry, that's stupid. That's our. Yeah, never mind. That was stupid.
Oh wait, that won't whatever.
Yeah, so it made it worse.
Yeah, no, changing the colons to an underscore made it worse. Yes.
So if we do it one way, we loot those things screw up. If we do it the other way, the other ones screw up.
Okay, so we're
So-
gonna move this to here. I'm gonna tap that out. I'm gonna go to end. Or
What's your other? This seems really silly that we're putting in.
no, that this is my problem with TDD, but whatever. This is what the professor was talking about that she's never seen before. Is this problem
Oh,
where TDD causes your tests, causes you to have to write weird code to make the tests pass.
wasn't that like one of the 5 things that like they said, are fallacies or whatever about TDD? Okay.
That's what I mean. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And it's all came about because now we do a sort version instead of it being a truth table, whatever. No. Checking each name and date individually.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, agreed.
Unless event class equals array. Unless or oh, sorry, I should short circuit this. Events.nil elo or problem is this just is worse, explicitly worse, but it's the only way that will work.
Are you kidding me? You actually got to work with this?
No, I knew that would work too because this is just because of the stubbing that this is necessary at all. Yeah, that'll work.
I mean,
fine.
What's that thing called? It was mutation testing. I mean, are you kind of like passing mutation testing right now? Is that because that's essentially what's happening? Is that if for some reason along the way in our code shit changes, we're covered. Does our cucumber still work?
Yeah, it should.
This blows my mind. I'm sorry.
No, I know. It ought to.
Okay. Great job doing that, I gotta say.
I don't like that I had to do it that way. Just saying that really pissed me off.
Oh, I totally get that. Yeah, sorry, we lost all your older stuff because of that. Oh wait, I think you just saw it. You're trying to do the
Wrong read me. I'm usually good at remembering Unix commands too.
Oh, did you just close it again?
Don't worry about it. You know what it sounds like you're doing? It sounds like you're worrying about it to me.
No,
I would not recommend one to do that.
If I'm laughing. Oh man.
Okay. Well, here we are in this beautiful Hollywood Hills of my app, and you can sort by name. You can say, "Wow, look at all those names." You can sort by date too, or just one. And if you type in my birthday, you can say, I want to go to the movies. 2018 on my birthday. Can I see a rated R movie? Yep. Go to the meat festival.
Oh my god.
We're gonna sort it by name instead, and we're gonna see that the meat festival is right there.
Wait a second. Sorry, I just had something really weird happen just now. I lost my terminal again, and I went into the directory, and some reason I'm now on the branch of add users.
Huh.
I don't know how the hell that happened. Oh, wait, I know.
Lost.
Never mind.
You're in the
Never
wrong-
mind. Yep, I'm in the wrong Cloud9.
Well, this really was a fun time.
Yeah. Do you want to give that whole default to date, or have that be an easy task in the future?
I'm sorry, like my brain is actually non-functional right now. So
Agreed. Actually, I mean, you just saw my ridiculousness. What I just did. Should have.
Okay, so let's try this out. Let me just Google how to do this git stash unstash thing, so I know that like I'm not going to lose all of this, all of this.
Even if I want, I'm gonna pull a local copy just for the hell of it,
Yeah, why not, man?
just to make sure. Okay, I got it.
Alrighty, so let's do git stash git checkout. What is this called?
What's our sort called? Our
Remember
parameters. Yeah.
the rams.
Do you need it in quotes? You don't need it in quotes.
Okay. Git stash.
So it's pop.
Dot git status. Okay. App. Events controller RB, events RB, events index camel, SQLite stuff, modify, filter date.feature, remember params.feature, sort event.feature, step definition.
We touched so much stuff.
We touched quite a few things.
It's supposed to be at one point.
Deleted the index controller spec. Lol.
Yeah.
All right. Git commit. What's the message for this? Added.
Green. I'll just call it green and refactored.
Green. Very refactored. Fantastic. All right, I'm using your account. Whoops.
No worries.
This took a little bit of the initiative there. Alrighty.
It doesn't really matter. I mean,
Actually, this is better. Now I can approve it.
But actually, I don't know. Can you do the pull, or I have to do the pull?
Yeah,
I have to do the pull.
you should do the pull request.
Oh, come on. Why is it being silly? There we go. It's like you recently pushed branches. I'm like, I don't remember doing this. Here, take a look at my screen if you like to see what the hell the differences are. So in that controller app, the controller.
Look over here on the pull request.
Oh, you can look at yourself. Yeah, duh. So
Pull request yet?
I didn't make the pull request. I'm just looking at the delta right now just to see what the hell there is.
You know, we should both look at the delta independently.
Okay.
That way we like both very much know exactly what's going on here.
Great job on the web step, by the way.
Oh, it's nothing. I mean that like in the like very literally, it was like nothing. Just Googled it.
Well, sometimes it's harder than it seems to Google, sadly, very sadly.
Yeah.
Huh, server PID. It misses one. That's weird.
Don't worry about it.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Looks good to me. Create pull request, and I'll approve it.
Done. It's been pulled. It's been requested.
Yep. And approve. Wow. Such ship it.
Did you ever really say that? Such ship it?
No, I've never said that. I did really just say that right now. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like in like company, like you know, you guys love saying ship it.
No,
but
there was
like,
it's just because the button said ship it. That's why I keep saying it. All right, all set.
That's really nice to learn though about that whole
The stash.
what was it called? Yeah, stash.
That was good. I'm glad that I was taught that. I learned a thing. Okay, then are we gonna finish this on Pivotal?
Yeah, she approved the scenario. I'm happy to hit finish.
Go for it.
Like the honors.
Pivotal's more your thing.
And I can't. No, I need to have her approve. I need to have her review before I deliver it. Like the cucumber steps themselves, like actually the running of it. I mean, okay. And you're good not doing any RSpec? I mean, we
I
kind
don't
of
think
did.
there really was RSpec that we could write for this.
Okay.
We can talk to the professor about it at length. I think that it is currently 11:30. And
Yeah, let's just
we have it working. Maybe RSpec would have made our lives easier before, but at this point, it might be a little bit past that. I
well,
mean,
it was also the RSpec that made our life harder too. But
yes. You know my opinion on that.
so I'm gonna tell her we figured it out. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna end this broadcast if you're good with that.
Yep.
Have a good night, Jordan.
All right, man. Have a good one. Good working with you.
You too.